Hey guys, what's up? Caleb Downing here, and today we're not just going to talk about this guy right here. This is the Broad River Tactical Radial Delayed Blowback CMMG lower, this whole thing right here. We've done videos on this. We're not just talking about the gun, we're talking about the velocities, some interesting stuff that weather can do to the velocities, alright? In short, we're going to look at how I shot this back in like March, something like that, and we were in the below freezing temperatures, and we were getting some higher numbers than I would like. Now that it's warmer weather, we went out and reshot this and got some different velocities. Same ammo, same stuff. So we're going to talk about that. It's going to be interesting. I think it's interesting. Might be a little data nerdy kind of stuff, a little bit. So I apologize about that if you don't like that. But if you are interested in how weather affects velocities, then stay tuned. Let's check it out. 919, 916. 925. Alright, ambient temperature, it's about 62 degrees, not sure the humidity and stuff, but 62 degrees. We got 124s loaded up in here. We got the longer, this is not their Gen 2, is it? This is their Gen 1 suppressor. I don't know why I have this one. Anyway, CMMG, RDB, BCA, not BCA, BRD, whatever, all the acronyms and stuff. We should change out some little pieces and parts for reliability on the bolt, and basically all we're trying to do now is see if we have different numbers. Here we go. Let's do like 5 rounds. One more for good measure. Alright, those average 918. Alright, so that's average 918. That first one and last one were the fastest at 943 and 934. But average 918 with 124s, I am happy with that. So let's save that group. Let's go back real quick and let's look at some other saved groups. Alright, it's a different suppressor. We had a longer suppressor. But last time we shot this back in March, we had, let me pull this up, we only did 3 rounds. Why did I only do 3 rounds? Well, we had an average of 969 with 124s. Let me see if we get any more. 10-shot group, RDB, Broad River Tactical, 124 grains. We got 932.
967.
932. So that's a good number. 932.5. That's the average. This time the average was 918.
925.
Let's do a 10-shot group and compare apples to apples as best we can. Let's do one more 10-shot group. Here we go. About 10 rounds. We are recording this, right? Yep, here we go. 10 rounds. Oh, so this is our feeding issue that we have sometimes. I don't know why it does that. I think we had one more. And of course that one went faster. Nope, one more. There we go. 899. That's really slow. Alright, so that guy, go back to saved groups, that guy averaged out at 912. So, 932 to 912 and 918. So there is something to be said. This is very interesting. I'm glad that Chris brought this up because I've been talking to him and stuff. He's Chris, the guy over there at Broad River Tactical. Temperature plays a big role. We are in the same location, like within 100 yards of where we shot the that last group. Difference is, and I didn't record the temperature last time, but it was down in the 20s to 30s. It was cold. It was cold, if not the teens. That's March. Yeah, it could have even been the teens. I do not remember the exact temperature, but it was below freezing. Let's say that. And I don't know exactly what the humidity percentile stuff is, whatever. Right now it is 62 degrees. It's about 62, give or take some, whatever. You know, it's warm, it's nice, it's breezy, whatever. It is, there's no snow on the ground, there's not a crap ton of moisture in there and everything. And we're getting lower average velocities. So this just goes to show you, in the same location, different weather, you can get up to, in this case, about 20 feet per second deviation or difference, right? So if you're down in the lower 48 and you get one of these systems, you're probably going to have a much better time as far as the velocities go, because it's a lot more, I mean, he developed this stuff and he worked with these things down in the lower 48, right? Down in a nice warm area. That warm area is going to allow, I guess, it's proofs in the pudding here, these projectiles to move slower. The colder, thinner air, it's my understanding of it, those bullets are going to move faster. So if you're at higher elevation, obviously those bullets are going to move faster because the air is less dense. If you're at lower elevation, warm weather, with humidity and stuff, those bullets are going to move even slower and it's going to sound even better. That's my understanding of it. You let me know if I'm completely wrong on that. Hopefully I didn't get those backwards. But it is interesting. Same spot, different day, probably 40 degrees difference in weather, something like that, 40, 50 degrees difference in weather, and we're getting 20 feet per second on average about difference in velocities. Interesting stuff. I didn't know if you guys knew that so much, but this stuff to pay attention to. If you really want to get nerdy about stuff, especially when you're dealing right around that transonic velocities and stuff, and you're trying to stay subsonic, this is stuff that you really do need to know. All right, that's it. Y'all be safe. Appreciate you, and hopefully we'll catch you guys next video. Take care.